Well, friends, today with the internet, you can buy everything online. But can you buy properties online as well? Let's look at that today. As a single professional, I had debt and no savings after my divorce. I always wonder how I can start investing in real estate to secure my future. I studied programs that gave me all the benefits of investing in real estate. Some claim I could start with no money, but I could not find one that gave me the practical, actionable steps I needed. As a wealth advisor, I've met people that own real estate but weren't ahead financially. They were rich, but they weren't wealthy. Then I finally realized that there was one vital component missing that makes someone become wealthy or not. And on the show, I will reveal what I found and give you the step-by-step actions to start investing in real estate and increase your wealth. My name is Araceli. Let's get started. So having more and more opportunity to get things online, the question becomes can we buy a property on the internet? And of course we can. And today I put a little bit of a presentation so you can take a look at the differences and things that you can and cannot do. I do believe that there's a lot of things, majority of things now you can actually sign remotely and buy the property remotely. But there is a lot of things that you still need to have at least somebody to help you with. Let me pull up my presentation so you can take a look, and I'll give you a little bit of pros and cons with it as well. Okay, there you go. I encourage you to find properties online for sure and get as much information about the property. However, you must have someone local to do a walkthrough to confirm your data. I have bought many properties that I found online first. However, I always visited the property before making a final decision. So this is one of the things that I've seen all over the internet. You never have to visit the property. You can buy it remotely. And yes, you can buy it remotely. But if you do really have to do a lot of analysis and make sure that you have somebody that you trust in the area. So yes, the internet is your friend. So what is remote investing? Remote investing is a simple real estate strategy that allows you to invest in strong markets across the US. This essentially means you own income properties within those markets and work with a partner or partners to oversee all of the day-to-day management. There are so many things that you can do online now, also over the phone. So use those skills as much as you can and combine them with someone you're relying on for any questions that you have about the property. My partner was responsible mostly to acquire data and sift through the auction list. And when we had a short list, we drove to the city once a week. Even though we always had a list that we could do remotely, we always went and visited the property. That completely changed what it seemed to be good on paper. It just didn't turn out that good. So if you are buying a property from other than an auction, because an auction, they will not give you the opportunity to inspect the property, hire a home inspector that can give you a detailed report of what repairs are needed. That is one way to protect yourself if you are doing the buying remotely. Please make sure that you do a home inspection and you get a report, and you also get somebody else to walk the property and just to double check. Do not rely on dates on Google Maps. If you are not familiar with the area, you must have an agent or trusted partner to drive by the property. Never trust the pictures of the property in MLS or Google Maps. Those pictures are always outdated by years sometimes. If you see here in the picture, this picture alone is 3 years old. And this property is on the market right now. So 3 years, even 1 year, it could be night and day. So you don't want to have a big surprise. The pictures you find on these sites are good reference, but you must have someone to verify this for you. For instance, I tell you, I learned this very quickly when doing our research on properties online. We wanted to bid on a house that appeared okay in Google Maps. When we drove by the street, there was no house. The house had been torn down. It was like, okay. So this is something that you are never going to be able to do remotely. I don't care how good the internet is, unless you have your own personal satellite that can actually do things on real time, but we don't have that yet, not yet. The one thing that you may never be able to get online is the general feel of the neighborhood. We had an instance of a house that seemed to be very good shape and newer construction that may have fit our fix and flip model. However, when we visited the neighborhood, every other house was boarded up. It was the best house in the middle of a really bad neighborhood. So you always want the opposite. You want to buy the ugliest house in the best neighborhood. You cannot bring up the other house. You can only fix your house. So that is the thing that you want to basically drive around 2 to 3 blocks around where you want to buy to get the feel of what is happening in the area. And you really can't get that when you are just doing a picture from Google Maps or any other pictures that you can find. Even the pictures that they're posted in MLS, sometimes they give you the picture of the outside. So that doesn't mean anything. You want to really see everything. They don't give you enough pictures. And sometimes the pictures that are in Zillow or any other internet real estate site, they're very outdated, or sometimes they even post the previous pictures. I found a couple of pictures that they had like a really nice kitchen, and when we went to see it, it wasn't like that. So I don't know what happened, but or you get the opposite as well. You get something that is already renovated, and you look at the pictures on Zillow and it's like really outdated, and it's well, it doesn't match up. So you really have to verify what you have in front of you. So buying a home remotely can be a good option for out-of-state real estate investors. In many ways, the process is the same as buying a house in person. However, you will depend even more on your real estate agent or a trusted friend or partner to find the right home, and be present for the inspections, guide you through the paperwork, and attend the closing if necessary. Okay, so some quick pros of investing. So out of state, the pros are you overcome the geographic limitations with a wider array of investment opportunities nationwide. Earn bigger potential returns by investing in out-of-state markets with affordable prices, higher yields, reduced competition, and lower property taxes. Diversify your investment portfolio, minimize risk from local economy downturns and natural disasters. Avoid unnecessary distractions such as emotional attachment to the property and personal friendships with tenants. Passive income is at its best with hands-off investing, allowing you to focus on scaling up your property portfolio. Now let's take a look at the cons. The time that needs to be spent up front analyzing markets in detail to avoid buying rental property in the wrong location. I tell you that myself because I spent 6 months analyzing the area that I wanted to start investing. It took me that long to buy my first property. Risk of overlooking a needed repair or property defect if you're not physically at the property. Challenge of finding a qualified property manager and leasing agent who will help your investment grow once your property is purchased. Passive hands-off investing and turning daily details over to others can be uncomfortable for micromanagers who insist on always being involved. Failing to realize there will always be a learning curve with new markets. Your local real estate team, local economies, and landlord-tenant laws. To successfully invest remotely, investors can purchase newly built homes, rehabs, and foreclosures flip houses, and even vacation rental property. However, one of the most tried and true methods to invest in real estate remotely is by purchasing single-family rental properties. That is because the market is so large and the anticipated future demand is so strong. Single-family rentals are a $3 trillion market, 16 million single-family rentals currently in the US, over 13 million new rental households forecast over the next 10 years. No matter where or what you invest in, there are several things to keep in mind before you buy real estate remotely to make sure your business starts right and keeps growing strong. So the best thing that you can do is to follow the steps that we have been going through the course. Make sure that you pick the market that is going to be best for you according to the sheet. Just go through it and then start looking for people that you can partner with if there is something that you want to do remotely. Thank you for being here on the show. Please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified when there are more shows available. And if you would like to have more information on how to start investing in real estate, please visit my website at www.aracelihernandez.com. Thank you.